Oh, look at that. This right here is where it starts to get seriously overpowered. Hey there everybody, this is Tiger Eye Gaming and welcome back to episode 6 of my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play. Now, I'm actually recording this intro after I recorded the rest of the episode, and the reason for that is actually what I mentioned at the end of last episode. At the end of last episode, where we ventured into the Nether and, after a whole lot of time, finally found a Nether fortress, I mentioned that I actually had a lot of footage from right here inside this villager trading hall, dealing with, let me see if I can get them, dealing with these guys. Yeah, right over my right shoulder. But since that episode was already so long, and I had a decent amount of footage, I figured that, you know what, I might as well make it into its own, slightly shorter episode. So that's what we're doing here today. This episode is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, and it's mostly going to entail me trading with these guys now that I have the blaze powder to finally drop these guys down to the zombies, infect them, and then cure them using a potion of weakness and a golden apple. So with that all said, let's pop back into the video, and I hope you enjoy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and after chopping down about 8 bajillion oak trees just to get 2 more apples to craft 6 golden apples, we are finally ready to use this farm to its fullest potential. And actually, I did get pretty lucky in that in all 3 of those desert temples in our home desert biome, we actually did find 4 golden apples that I could use for this, so I did only have to craft 2 more, which was very nice. Still annoying to get the apples, but very nice little perk. But yeah, without any further ado, I think it's just about time to start curing these guys. Now, I think the first guy who we're going to go with curing is this fella right here, this farmer guy. He's actually the first, I believe, out of all these guys who's been promoted all the way up to master, meaning he's got all these trades here, all the way down to the golden carrots trade, which I have been using, as you can probably tell by my first inventory slot here at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and actually, no, the first thing we're going to do is pop. Oh, I need to go get the blaze powder, I forgot. Okay, 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I have just gone and grabbed the blaze rods and the blaze powder that we need to power this thing, and we now officially have 3 splash potions of weakness. Here in inventory slots 2 and 4, we now have all that we need in order to make this farm super duper powerful. And I will make you sit just so you don't pop into any little spaces where you can't get out of. He keeps getting caught in the water stream down there and it's super annoying. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about you. Okay, but anyway, distractions aside, this guy right here is the first guy that we want to cure. So let's go ahead and pop him down, and hopefully the zombies down there will do their work. Alright, come on. Kind of want to stay out of range, but I also want to make sure it's working. Come on. Alright, I may have to speed this up. Okay, and he is coming over here. And now let's back up. We will place this back down. Okay. Have you started doing it? There we go. Perfect. Come on, come on. Keep on booping him. Oh, zombie infects. Okay. Let's push him on up, and there we go. He is now officially a zombie villager. Alright, well, now that that's worked, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that for... Let's see, we have 6 golden apples and 3 potions of weakness. I think I'm going to try to spread the potions of weakness along this guy, this guy, this guy. And then on the other side, this guy, and this guy. So hopefully we should get some discounted tool prices, and we should get some discounted wool prices, because I have been using this trade right here a whole lot. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you once these guys have all been infected. Well, I hopped on up here to my little farm on top of the villager trading hall, and if you can see that achievement down in the bottom left hand of the screen, it looks like our first guy has officially turned back into a villager. So without any further ado, let's pop on down and let's see those beautiful, beautiful trades. Ooh, zombie villager vociferates. If you saw that little subtitle in the bottom right, it's one of my favorite subtitles they have. But yeah, here we go. Looks like these two guys were the first ones to turn. So let's go ahead and pop on over to the toolsmith and see what his trades are looking like. Nice. Look at that. For a bell, it used to be 36 emeralds for one bell. Now it's 7. 7. That's how good this upgrade is. Iron also went from 4 to 1, which is super cool. Although, I still don't want to use that trade too much. I used it a few times, but at this point, iron is still somewhat scarce, so I don't know if I want to abuse that one quite yet. But this 7 for 1 is really good, considering how expensive those bells usually are. Now this one right here, the diamond hoe, 1 for 1 diamond hoe, that's also really good. Same for the iron pickaxe trade. Those are both really, really nice trades. Now let's take a look at the cleric. So before it was 32 rotten flesh for 1 emerald, now it's 26. Honestly, that's not a super great upgrade, but you know what? It is better than what he had before, so I'll take it. Thank you, my friend, for your cooperation. I appreciate it. And, ooh, okay, it looks like the shepherd is the same thing. Okay, so now the shepherd's trade has gone from 18 white wool for an emerald to 12 white wool for an emerald, and same thing for black wool. That right there is a pretty nice discount. I appreciate that, especially since we have a whole ton of sheep in the savanna meadows, kind of in that direction. And perfect, we got these guys done too. Also, I do think it's interesting. I guess what they do here for curing zombie villagers, is actually just discount it based on number. Because this one went from 32 to 26, excuse me, and this one went from 18 to 12. So both those decreased by 6. But it's interesting, because this one decreased by like, what, 19? 29? I can do math. 29? Yeah, that's a huge discount, and same thing with this iron pickaxe. So I don't know, it's a little bit weird the way it works, but the nice thing about it is that if I do it again, if I lower this guy down again and I cure him again, that's actually going to give us even more discounts. So you can do this over and over to get super, super good trades, which is a super big plus. And hey, now that we've got this librarian cured, let's go ahead and see what that mending trade is looking like. Oh, look at that. This right here is where it starts to get seriously overpowered. You got 1 book and 1 emerald for an entire mending book, where it used to be 24 emeralds plus a book to get that mending book. That is a super, super nice trade, and I mean, at this point, we can basically afford to put mending on just about everything we own for really, really cheap. Yeah, to put this in perspective, 1 emerald and 1 book, if we pop on over here, 1 emerald is 1 pumpkin. So basically what that means, 1 pumpkin, or I believe 1 melon, yeah, 1 pumpkin or 1 melon basically gives us a mending book. Yeah, all we need is to get enough leather to make the books for that trade. So that is a super, super easy way to level all your stuff up really, really quickly. And just to look at the rest of this guy's trades. Yeah, it's interesting. So his carrot and his beetroot trades both went down by 6. And then these ones, they just went down to 1, the melon and pumpkin trades, which makes sense. So yeah, that is interesting. This right here is also a big plus, the cheaper golden carrots. So now it's just 1 emerald for 3, which is perfect. That's going to be our food source for pretty much the rest of the game. And you know, I don't know, I actually don't remember if I've shown you this, but I did try out these suspicious stews. One of them is blindness, but one of them is saturation, which is actually kind of cool. Now, I don't think I'm going to use the saturation stew, just because stew is kind of clunky to carry around, but hey, still cool to have. Now, the final guy to check out is this fisherman. Oh, and interesting, he actually changed his trades. Yeah, he used to have a string trade up here, but I suppose since I didn't lock it in or anything, he actually just changed it. Now he's got a super cheap coal trade, which is actually really cool, because that's going to make it a whole lot easier to level him up real quick. I really hate this trade. Honestly, this one on the bottom, the 1 emerald and 6 raw cod for 6 cooked cod, like, as if he doesn't know that furnaces exist. But, you know, I could use that first one. In my other worlds, I've also used that string trade that he used to have pretty extensively, because spider farms and spider spawners, whether it's cave spider version or the normal version, are usually pretty easy to come across. Yeah. For this guy, I might not use his trade super frequently, but But you know what? I'm still glad to have it. I appreciate you, my friend. And we can always remove this workstation and place it down a few more times, just to cycle through and check that we got the right stuff. But yeah, with all that said, guys, I am super duper pleased with what we've been able to accomplish this episode. We finally managed to get some blaze powder so we could brew up this potion of weakness and splash it on these guys, then feeding them with the golden apple in order to cure them and get cheap prices. This right here is a super OP way to get a whole bunch of great gear in the early game. As you can see, we now have super easy access to certain diamond tools. And in fact, you know what? I think I might want to go ahead and just upgrade my way to his higher diamond tools. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Perfect. Okay, so we got iron unbreaking 2 pickaxe. You know what? I can probably use diamond hose more than I can use the iron unbreaking pickaxe. Alright, he did run out of that super quick. But, oops, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and go back. Okay, I'll do a couple iron pickaxe trades. And will that do it? Okay, it looks like it's going to do it. What's your next trade? Diamond for an emerald? I will never do that. Perfect. Okay, we now have access to free, easy diamond shovels. That's actually a really nice one, because all you need to do is buy a few of these, and then you'll be able to combine them together in an anvil to, well, you could even combine your way to a diamond shovel with Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 5. So that's a pretty cool trade. I'm not going to go through all this stuff now, but that just kind of shows you how once you're able to cure these guys, they can just keep compounding on each other in terms of how effective their stuff is. Yeah, once we work our way through this guy's diamond shovel trade, we'll probably get access to, I would imagine, a pickaxe and, I don't know, maybe an axe down here? I'd have to check the trading list up on the Minecraft wiki to be sure. But yeah, I will definitely be doing a whole lot more trading with these guys in coming episodes. But for now, I think we've made a whole lot of progress this episode. We finally managed to find another fortress after a whole bunch of searching. We made a starter friend, and this farm is really up and running. With that all said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. You know, you can always let your friends know if this helped you out. But thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode soon.